So, hello guys. Today, legendary book, one my favorite Simon Aronson book, Simply Simon. We're gonna take a look at that, and hope you guys enjoy. So, without further ado, let's take a look how the book looks like. So, it is a hardcover. It's 308 pages long. All of Arison's books, they're around 300 pages. However, they feel more like 500 because they are big as well. Not only they have a lot of pages, but they're also very big books, as you can see. So it has really a lot of stuff. Simon Aronson really dwells deep into a trick. The principle behind it, a full explanation, other applications. So you might read one trick. If this trick was, for example, in Royal Road to Card Magic, it will be like maybe a page long or maybe a paragraph. However, with Simon Aronson, it's not like that. A trick could be 30 pages long. Okay, so this is one of the things you should know for all the Simon Aronson's books. And the style, as well as the difficulty, is it leans more towards the memorized deck or semi-automatic card tricks. And he prefers to use subtleties over sleight of hand and his mind. All right, sleight of mind. So that being said, there are a couple of tricks that are difficult to do. They are with a memorized deck. They need some. You need to be comfortable with the memorized deck. So let's hop in to speak. Specifically for some tricks. So I want to talk about to move a little bit ahead in the book and talk about a very nice trick that is called the self-position principle. It has to do with a memorized deck. What's happening basically is that you can have like 4 or 5 spectators, each one cut to a card. Let me show you. Each one can cut to a card. Okay, see it, put it in, and then the other person is gonna see the card, put it in, and then the next person, and you are going to. Okay, so I dropped some cards, but it doesn't matter. And you can go through the cards, and like that, put them. Find them. Now, the thing is, it's not that this trick is impressive, but it is a magician fooler because even if you find a method and to do this trick and this method actually works, you're not going to find this specific method. Because in the book, basically what you're doing is to find the cards is simply counting from 1 to 52 in your head. That's all. I don't want to say more to not give it away, but I believe the self-position principle is one that it's not useful when you want to perform. However, it's good to know. It's one of the very underused principles. So that's why I say it's not useful. Is because there are not many tricks involved using it. But I believe knowing about it, the more people know about it, the higher the chance this principle has to involve. We're gonna leave it at that regarding this principle. Those who have the book, they I hope it was a good reminder to check and read it again. And let's see the best trick, one of the best tricks that Simon Aronson has put out, and definitely, in my opinion, the best trick of this book. Let's take a look.
But we're in luck because I saw in a magic magazine it was advertised as the world's greatest card trick. I sent away for it, and believe it or not, the instruction card just arrived here. It's the instruction card for the world's greatest card trick, and on the back is a list of the secret instructions. Susie, will you help me? I'll tell you what, you can read the first one aloud in a nice, clear voice.
Choose an attractive, friendly, intelligent helper.
So we're on our way. Right. But you don't get to read the rest because the secret's on that side, okay? Now, I'll tell you what you can do. If you'll help me, you can follow along. We can do the world's greatest card trick together, okay? And let's see whether we can. All right. Cut off half the deck. Would you do the honors? Great. Use a magic pen. Did you happen to bring a felt tip pen with you?
I did not.
You didn't. It's a good thing I did. Here we are. You can open that. Okay. Sign the chosen card. Susie, you cut to the 3 of hearts. Okay. I'd like you to make it unique, but just writing your initials right across the middle. Retrieve your pen. That's how I got it. Dribble. Dribble. No, it doesn't mean that, and you don't have to dribble it. Dribble, for magicians to dribble, it means to dribble the cards. That means I go like that, okay? So what I'd like to do is this. As I dribble through the deck, just call out the word stop, somewhere in the middle, okay?
Stop.
Right there? Fine. And we'll put your card right about in the middle. I think it's peeking out a little bit. Magician proof the deck. That means I am not allowed to touch the cards. So here, you square it up, so nice and nice even square, that's it. And since we're going to magician proof it, I'd like you to put one rubber band around the deck each way, just to kind of hold that card in there and make sure that I can't get to it. Have you been tied up before? That's fine. And since I'm not allowed to touch the deck, so that I can take it home, just drop it right in the deck, right into my jacket pocket. That's fine. Okay. Magically produce the card. That's it. Magically produce the card. If I could magically produce Susie's card now, under these conditions, that might be the world's greatest card trick. But how am I going to produce your card when it's in the middle of the deck, banded up, and in my pocket? Well, remember, I said the secrets on this side. Do you remember what your card was? I think the three of hearts. Well, the three of hearts is the easy part. The hard part is Susie's signature. You see.
Okay, so that was the trick. Excellent. I had the show a month ago almost, and I really wanted to include this in the show. However, I couldn't find someone who was willing to print the cards. I went to 3-4 different printers. Everybody was saying no. I don't know why. But if you happen to know where I can get the what I need to do the trick, please leave it in the comments. That will help me out a lot. I would love to include this if I ever do a show again, to include this trick. Now there is a big chapter towards the end where Simon Aronson is using some extra stuff to do the tricks, like calendar cards. That's one example. Now, there is a trick in here. It's called the calendar card, in which the spectator gives you his birth date, and you have a calendar. And one of the cards, no, you have a calendar, and when you look at his birthday, there is a card associated with each day of the year. So the card that he will choose, or she, will match his birthday. So let's say 21st of July, for example, we might have a jack of hearts associated with this date, and the spectator that was born at this date will choose the jack of hearts. You don't know the spectator beforehand, so you don't know the date of birth. And his birthday, for example, you don't know it, and also the card can be free choice. Now, I will show you a video of Simon Aronson doing the trick, and the card is not really a free choice. However, in the book, you have a method, which is my favorite method, in which you can do this while not knowing the birthday of the person, of the spectator, and the selection is free, and they happen to match, completely hands off. But now, let's see the basic.
You know, like many magicians, I got my start performing at kids' birthday parties. I always would bring a birthday card for the birthday boy or girl, and I made it a special point to do a birthday trick for the birthday child. Can I?
Yes.
Will you play the part of the birthday girl?
Sure we do.
Okay. But you can have that card, but you don't get to look at it until your birthday, okay? When's your birthday?
March 18th.
It's not today.
No.
This is going to be a long trick. But just hold on to it, okay?
Okay.
Now, ordinarily, I would do the special happy birthday card trick. It's done with one special card somewhere here in the deck. You can't really tell from the faces, but you can, let me see, you can, where is it? Oh, I think you can tell from the back because it's a little different. You see, it has a special happy birthday message for the birthday child. But again, we don't get to look at this until your birthday, okay? Now, it's really a shame because I think you would have liked this trick. since there's so many people, why don't we just make believe that Kenneth's birthday has arrived, okay? And this is your birthday party. You got a great turnout here, really. And so we can proceed with the special happy birthday card trick. Can you get to open your greeting card? Okay, and why don't we show everybody what's on the front? It says your birthday card depends on fate. And if you open that card, it says consult the chart at your birth date. And if you can see over here, there is a chart, but actually it's a calendar, a full year at a glance. All of the months from January to December go across the top, all the days from 1 to 31 down the side, and next to every single date in the entire year is printed a different playing card, because every single birth date has its own special lucky playing card. Now, you said your birthday was what?
March 18th.
March 18th. I'd like you to look up the playing card for March to 18, but don't tell me what it is when you get there, but just look up what it is on that chart.
Okay.
Have you got that?
Sure do.
Okay, and now take the deck, and I'd like you to run through the deck, just look through the faces, and remove your lucky birthday playing card, and then show it around to everybody here, but don't let me see it. Okay, while we're waiting, I think Kenna was expecting presents from everybody here. She prefers cash, and if you'd like to pass it forward, I could collect it for her, and then I will give it to her after the show. Just remove your, okay? How are we doing? Not there yet?
No.
That doesn't sound like such a lucky card to me.
It's not in.
It's not in there.
No.
Kenna, do you suppose this make-believe really works? I mean, before we began, we removed from the deck one card that was meant for the birthday child, right? Now, we've never met before today, right?
No.
And you've never invited me to your real birthday party. And I'm not your long-lost twin brother who shares the same birthday? Okay. You know, you said your birthday was when?
March 18th.
March 18. I don't know whether you all know that, but March 18 has a special significance. Socrates, Moses, Pinocchio, and Jack the Ripper all share that birthday. But when you looked up on this chart, among all of those random cards, what was the card, your lucky birthday card for your birthday, March 18th?
It was the Queen of Diamonds.
The Queen of Diamonds.
Yes.
Well, then maybe it would really be a happy birthday if, in fact, we did have the Queen of Diamonds.
Okay, so that was the trick. And for those who are interested, towards the very end of the book, there are charts like this, which you can print, and they are in Aronson's stack. Okay. However, I don't know this stack, so I have made my own. They are in mnemonica. So if you're interested, I will leave the PDFs in the description, because I know if you like to do a trick like this and you have the book and you don't know Aronson's stack, but you know mnemonica, which is the stack that most people know, you will have trouble converting, okay? Because it is very time consuming. In any way, anyways, I did it for everybody, so you can go to the description of the video and download the PDFs, and they are transcribed for mnemonica users. This trick, I have done it. It's a killer. You go to somewhere, you don't know when he was born, and he has a free choice of a card, and his card matches the date. So there are a lot of stuff to go through when it comes to this book. For example, lazy memory and everybody's lazy. Those are location effects where you can find, for example, selected cards by either spelling or simply going through the cards. You have to do calculations in your mind. However, it's a location effect for multiple selections in which you don't touch the cards at all. The spectators choose and place them back to the deck, the square, then you take the deck and you are able to find everything. You don't have to look at the cards also. So it is a very great trick. The lazy man's card trick, it's not a Simon Aronson's invention. However, he has put the memorized deck on the lazy man's card trick. So this will make the trick better because you can do multiple selections. You can also spread the deck and it will look like a normal shuffle deck. So I think it's worth your time. If you like hands of card tricks, then yaps, Simon is always delivers. And that would be it. There are a lot of things that I can talk about for this book, but I think I covered my favorites at least. I hope you guys enjoyed the review, and I wish to see you here on the next book review. Take care, guys.